Have you ever thought that every move or word a woman makes carries hidden hopes and wishes? These are small but deeply felt longings that show secret values and goals. Stoicism is more than just following rules or being in charge. It's also about understanding and meeting these delicate needs. In reality, your partner wants more than just your ears to hear what she has to say. She wants you to understand the feelings, thoughts, and desires that are behind every action and look. She wants a relationship that grows through deep understanding and empathy, all without having to say a word. Remember that everyone is different and wants different things, no matter what gender they are. Today, we'll talk about 10 things that many women appreciate about their partners without saying them out loud. Stoicism helps us see these wants and needs as chances to build a lasting and peaceful relationship. It's not just about meeting our own needs, it's also about recognizing and honoring the uniqueness of the other person. With this attitude, relationships can grow, bringing happiness and peace to both sides. Please take a moment to like, join, and leave a comment if you want to share your story and help make the conversation more interesting and lively. Let's start. Number 1. Active listening. Think of a scene you know. Your partner, frustrated, asks, "Do you even know what I'm talking about?" This isn't just about a lapse in attention. It reflects a fundamental desire for deeper understanding and connection in Stoicism. We value the cultivation of virtues that enhance our lives and relationships, and attentiveness is a key virtue in this regard. It's not merely about hearing the words spoken by your partner, but about genuinely understanding the emotions and intentions beneath those words. When we fail to connect on this level, it can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection, which are major deterrents in any relationship. For example, consider a situation where your partner is sharing something important to them, such as concerns over their health or anxieties about the future. If you respond with distracted nods or generic reassurances, you miss a critical opportunity to truly connect. Instead, engage deeply. Ask probing questions that show you care about the deeper implications of what's being shared. Reflect their emotions with empathetic responses that show you not only hear, but also feel with them. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to handle our feelings and pay attention to what we do. To put this teaching into practice, we need to fully engage with our partner's words in order to understand the emotional undertones of what they are saying, and to react in a way that validates those feelings. Being physically present in a talk isn't enough. You also need to be mentally and emotionally involved. This is one of the most important things that people often don't say. An important thing that people, especially women, want in relationships is to feel fully understood and appreciated. It's not enough to just listen. You have to acknowledge the emotional work that your partner is doing and respond to it with the same level of sincerity and depth. So, the next time you're talking to your partner, remember to be fully present and show that you understand not only the words, but also the feelings behind them. This will not only help clear up any confusion, but it will also strengthen the bonds between you and your partner, creating a deeper, more meaningful link that fits with the Stoic pursuit of a well-thought-out and good life. Active listening is an important communication skill that requires you to pay full attention, understand, reply, and remember what is being said. Active listening makes sure that the listener is fully focused on the speaker and interested in what they are saying, while idle listening lets the listener hear the words but not really understand what they mean. This skill is important for both personal and business situations because it helps people talk to each other, builds trust, and settles disagreements. Present and paying full attention. Definition: to actively listen, one must be fully present in the current moment. This means putting down any other things that are going on, looking the person in the eye, and using your body to show that you are paying attention. In a meeting, put away your phone, look at the person speaking, and smile to show that you are paying attention. Listening with thought. This is done by repeating or retelling what the speaker said to make sure you understand. It lets them know that you are listening and understanding what they are saying. When a coworker talks about a problem, you could say, "So what you're saying is that the project deadline is too tight, and we need more resources to make it happen." not getting interrupted. People who are active listeners don't talk over the speaker. This lets the person speaking say everything they want to say and make sure the person listening can fully understand what they are saying. Do not give your opinion while someone is talking. Instead, wait until they are done and then give your opinion. Giving out feedback. Giving the right kind of feedback can help make the talk clearer and more in-depth. This can mean doing things like asking questions to get more information or summarizing what was said. For instance, after hearing a complicated problem, you could say, "It sounds like you're worried about the budget. Could you tell me more about the exact places where these problems are happening?" Having empathy and understanding. To show empathy, you need to understand how the other person feels and what they're saying. This helps you connect with them and shows that you care about their thoughts and feelings. For example, if a friend is upset about something personal, you could say, "I can see how this is making you feel. It has to be really hard to deal with." If people learn these parts of active listening, they can improve their communication, make their relationships stronger, and make their personal and work lives more collaborative and understanding. Number 2. Not act like you. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to be real and avoid being fake and shallow. This is something that everyone, but especially men, should think about if they want to find a real relationship. No one likes someone who isn't being themselves. It's like a facade that looks good at first but falls apart when you look more closely. A lot of guys get caught in the trap of trying to be what they think is an alpha male persona. They might lower their voice, grow a beard, or change the way they act in order to seem stronger and more confident. However, these are only changes they make to the outside world, and they often come across as fake strength. Stoicism says that the best way to be happy is to know yourself and what's important in life. It's about acting in a way that is consistent with what you really believe. Just think about the famous Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, who stressed living in peace with nature and oneself, probably would say that an honest and good man is more of an alpha than someone who just puts on a tough exterior. In general, women are very observant. They can tell when someone isn't being themselves, and they tend to avoid those people. Value men who are honest about who they are and what they want. For example, a woman is more likely to respect a man who openly talks about his feelings and intentions, even if they include flaws, than someone who tries to seem invulnerable or perfect. If you want to make a meaningful connection, focus on being genuine. Show up as you are, not as you think you should be. This could mean admitting your fears, sharing your true passions, or giving your honest opinions. Real connections. Remember that the most admired and attractive men are not the ones who try to change into someone they're not. The most attractive men are the ones who are fully and honestly themselves. Number 3. Own up to your mistakes. Women often want a partner who is mature, not just older than them, but also in terms of behavior and values. But what does it really mean to be an adult? It's about more than just being responsible. It's about growing as a person and becoming aware of your own needs. To become a real adult, you must first understand and follow your core morals. Realizing that you can change is what it means. Many people think that their current state is permanent and that their flaws and mistakes are just part of who they are and can't be changed. This way of thinking can keep you stuck, making the same mistakes over and over again without learning or growing from them. If you want to stand out and be truly mature, you need to accept that you can change and grow. When you admit your mistakes instead of ignoring them or making excuses, you open yourself up to learning and growth, which is a sign of true maturity and is very attractive. You are not only aware of your flaws, but also working to fix them. For example, if someone tells you that you're not a good listener, don't just brush it off. Instead, take steps to be more involved in conversations. Show genuine interest in what others are saying and try to remember what they said. Making changes to these basic areas can have a big effect on how people see you and make your relationship stronger. Most people, including women, respect people who can admit their mistakes and work to fix them. This means putting your ego aside and being open to learning from your mistakes and making changes. This makes you a better person overall, not just a better partner. If you want to be that mature adult figure in a relationship, focus on personal development. Grow your character by learning from your mistakes and applying those lessons to the present, always trying to be better. This dedication to personal growth is what truly defines an adult. It's important for your personal and business growth to admit when you're wrong. It shows that you are self-aware, humble, and want to get better. Being honest about when you're wrong can help people trust you, learn from your mistakes, and make better choices in the future. Helps people trust and believe you. Honesty and integrity. Admitting you were wrong shows that you care more about telling the truth than keeping up appearances. Be honest about your mistakes and be ready to fix them. This will make people more likely to trust you. Helps people learn and grow. Chance to learn. Making mistakes is a good way to learn what not to do next time. Continuous improvement. The first step to getting better at what you do is to admit when you're wrong. Makes communication and relationships better. Respect. People respect those who are honest about their mistakes and work to fix them. Being open. Admitting mistakes helps people talk to each other in an open and honest way, which is important for keeping relationships healthy. Lessens anxiety and stress. Mental clarity. Admitting mistakes can help you feel less stressed and anxious than trying to hide them. It helps you have a healthier attitude by letting you know that mistakes are a normal part of being human. Helps with solving problems and coming up with new ideas. Solutions. That work. It's easier to deal with the reasons of problems and come up with good solutions when mistakes are admitted. Innovation. Being open to mistakes can help you come up with new ideas and ways of thinking as you try different things. Recognizing your mistakes is a strong thing to do that can make your personal and work life better. It helps people trust each other, learn, get along better, feel less stressed, and solve problems better. When you own up to your mistakes, you show that you are strong and ready to learn, which sets you up for continued success and growth. Number 4. Following the rules. Imagine a man approaching a woman. Every time he does this, it could affect her comfort and privacy, no matter how sincere or casual his goals are. When women are in these situations, they look for any red flags and decide how comfortable they are. If a woman is uncomfortable or not interested, she may politely decline the interaction. From a Stoic point of view, the challenge is not just the action, but also the reaction. Some men may see this rejection as a blow to their ego and react with disappointment or frustration, similar to a child's temper tantrum. However, it's important to remember that true strength and dignity in Stoicism come from controlling one's responses, not just enduring life's slings and arrows. Passively think about Marcus Aurelius said, "Have power over your mind, not over outside events." Realize this and you will find strength in it. If a man is turned down, the polite thing to do is to accept it with grace, without asking for reasons or showing anger. This kind of response not only keeps one's honor but also wins respect from others. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can really control is how we react to life's events, including the complicated dance of human relationships. For example, if a woman wants to be alone or doesn't want to talk to you, respecting that choice is an example of the Stoic virtue of respecting others' autonomy. This means realizing that everyone has their own choices, feelings, and boundaries, which should be respected without taking the outcome personally. Also, a man who responds with dignity and respect when rejected not only keeps his self-respect, but also earns the admiration of others. Having a deep understanding of Stoic principles, especially those that involve controlling one's reactions and developing inner tranquility, is important in our daily lives, especially when it comes to courtship and building relationships. Stoic virtues like respect, self-control, and empathy help us interact thoughtfully and respectfully, making sure that our relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Every encounter is an opportunity to practice these virtues, which improves our relationships and contributes to our personal growth and peace of mind. As we navigate the complexities of human connections, let's try to be aware of our responses and the space we occupy in other people's lives. By doing so, we reflect the best parts of Stoicism, which leads to not only better relationships, but also a calm and strong spirit. Number 5. Getting along well. Stoicism teaches us that good communication is the basis of any strong relationship. It's not just about sharing information, it's about expressing our deepest needs, wants, and feelings in a way that builds understanding and respect. For example, many women want men to talk about their everyday experiences and be open about their fears and weaknesses. On the other hand, men often appreciate it when women give them a place to talk about their problems without having to solve them right away. For example, if a couple is figuring out their weekly duties, a Stoic approach would encourage direct discussion about who feels best suited for each task, instead of making assumptions based on roles or past behavior. This not only makes responsibilities clear, but also respects each partner's current state and abilities. Or if you think about emotion support as an important part of any relationship, a woman might love a conversation where her partner listens deeply and lets her explore and express her feelings without offering immediate solutions. This kind of listening makes her feelings and events seem real. In the same way, a man might appreciate it when his partner understands that he needs some alone time to deal with his stress and supports him through presence rather than words. In Stoicism, we are reminded that good communication means focusing on what we can control. We can't change how others feel or react, but we can change how clear and honest our words are. Stoics say that we should speak clearly and simply, avoiding complicated phrases and hints. This means that your words should be short and your language should be clear. Stoicism tells us to think about why we're talking to each other. Are we talking to share truly useful thoughts, or just to fill the silence? Are we talking to understand and connect with our partner, or to make our point? True Stoic communication means listening as much as talking, finding a balance where both people feel heard and valued. Remember that following Stoic principles in relationships means communicating with intention and mindfulness. It's about making sure that every word counts and that what we say builds bridges instead of walls. It's about realizing that every talk is a chance to build stronger bonds, encourage mutual respect and understanding, and make our lives more harmonious and satisfying. Effective communication is the key to a happy relationship, whether it's personal or business. Not only does good communication involve sharing knowledge, but it also involves being able to listen, understand, and respond in the right way. It helps people trust each other, work out their differences, and create a good atmosphere. Mastering the art of good conversation is important in a world where misunderstandings can cause big problems. Paying attention. To actively listen, you have to focus, learn, respond, and then remember what is being said. It's not enough to just listen to words. You have to interact with the speaker and show that you're interested. Some techniques are giving comments, nodding, and keeping eye contact. Messages that are clear and short. Say what you want to say in a clear and concise way. Don't use jargon or hard-to-understand words that could make the person confused. Make sure your message is clear by being straight and to the point. Communication without words. Signs that people send without words, like body language, face expressions, and gestures, are very important. To avoid sending mixed messages, make sure that your body language matches what you say. Having empathy and understanding. Recognize other people's thoughts and points of view to show empathy. This helps get to know each other and build trust. Being sensitive means keeping an open mind and thinking about how your words might make other people feel. Feedback and being able to change. Be willing to give and receive constructive criticism. Feedback can help people talk to each other better and clear up any confusion. Be flexible and ready to change how you talk to people depending on the situation and the people you're talking to. You can improve your communication skills and have better relationships in all areas of your life by focusing on these key points. Number 6. Don't think that all women really want to be seen and understood. Aside from basic assumptions, Men often make snap decisions about women based on how they look or the things they do for fun. If a woman wears the newest clothes, she might be unfairly called high maintenance, and if she chooses comfort over style, she might be seen as disorganized or uninterested. These assumptions not only don't take into account how complex and different each woman is, but they can also stop people from making real connections. Also, societal stereotypes can make people have the wrong ideas about what a woman wants or can do. For example, they might think a woman isn't career-driven if she hasn't hit a certain level of conventional success. Stoicism tells us that these judgments are not only out of our hands, but they also don't affect our ability to be honest and open in our responses. As an example, if a couple is deciding who should handle the bills or home repairs, a Stoic attitude would stop the man from assuming that the woman isn't good at money matters or technical tasks. Instead, talking about preferences and strengths would probably lead to a fair and mutually satisfying solution. This arrangement follows the Stoic principle of focusing on reasoned conversation and shared progress instead of giving in to false beliefs. Practicing Stoicism in relationships also means showing understanding and helping without putting down others. Instead of assuming that a woman can't do something because she doesn't know how to do it, a man should offer to help her in a respectful way, creating a setting where both partners can learn and grow. This method not only recognizes the woman's growth potential, but it also makes the connection stronger through shared experiences and support for each other. Stoicism teaches us to treat our partners as complex people, not as simple people we think they are. By valuing clear perception and emotional resilience, we can build relationships based on genuine understanding and respect. Let's remember to see every interaction as a chance to practice these principles, making sure that our relationships are guided by clarity and mutual respect, instead of societal bias and misconceptions. Number 7. Spend time together. In a relationship, spending quality time together doesn't just mean being in the same room. It means being intentionally present and engaged with each other. This means making sure that both people are fully engaged and paying attention to the experience they are sharing, whether you're trying out new hobbies together, enjoying a quiet evening at home, or just going for a walk around the neighborhood. These activities help you connect with each other more deeply. Take the example of a couple who decides to spend an evening together without any digital distractions. While they chop vegetables and simmer sauces, they might talk about their dreams or work out small misunderstandings that could have turned into bigger fights. The act of cooking together isn't just about making a meal. It's also about strengthening their relationship and bond. Imagine a couple making it a priority to have a date night once a week, regardless of their busy schedules. They might visit their favorite restaurant, see a movie, or attend a local event. These dedicated times are sacred. They reinforce the importance of their relationship and show that they value spending time together, above the hustle of everyday life. Stoicism helps us appreciate the value of these moments by reminding us of the impermanence of life and the importance of focusing on the present. The Stoic perspective encourages us to cherish each moment we have with our loved ones and to avoid taking this time for granted by being mindful and present. We foster a relationship that is not only resilient, but also filled with depth and meaning. So the Stoic approach to relationships teaches us that the accumulation of these shared moments of quality time is what truly strengthens the bonds between partners. It's not the quantity of time spent together, but the quality that counts, making every shared experience valuable and every moment worth embracing. In doing so, we build a foundation of mutual respect and understanding that can endure life's challenges. Spending time with each other is an important part of building and keeping good relationships, whether they are family, romantic, or just friends. Spending quality time together helps people connect, understand, and feel like they belong. It's more important than ever to make time for moments of togetherness in our busy, tech-driven world. We strengthen our relationships, improve our mental health, and make memories that will last a lifetime when we make time to spend with each other. Choose quality over quantity. Why? It's not just how much time you spend together, but also how good that time is. Being physically present can have less of an effect than doing important things and having deep talks. For instance, a deep talk over dinner, a weekend trip, or a hobby you both enjoy. Listening and talking while active. To understand and connect with each other, we need to be able to communicate clearly. Fully focusing, understanding, responding, and remembering what is being said are all parts of active hearing. Listening without talking over someone, showing interest by asking questions and giving comments are all examples, hobbies and activities that people share. Taking part in things that everyone enjoys can strengthen relationships and bring people together. Sharing experiences makes it easier for people to work together and store up good memories, like cooking, playing sports, watching a favorite TV show, or trying out new hobbies. Quality time on the calendar. When people are busy, setting aside regular time to spend together can be helpful. This shows that you're committed and makes sure that you make time for each other. Date nights once a week, family game nights, or regular coffee catch-ups with friends are all examples. Using words of thanks and affection. Regularly showing love and appreciation strengthens relationships and makes people feel important and loved. Positive feedback can make relationships more satisfying. Compliments, hugs, saying thank you, and small acts of kindness are all examples. By focusing on these ideas, people can improve and nurture their connections, which will make their lives more connected, helpful, and happy. Number 8. Touching someone with love in a relationship. Heartfelt compliments, hugs, and kisses may seem simple, but they are profound ways to show love and appreciation. For example, think about how comforting a warm hug can be at the end of a hard day. It's more than just physical closeness. It's a profound way to say, "I'm here for you," without words. Or, think about how a sincere compliment on a partner's appearance in the morning or their cooking after a simple meal can be. These are moments that really lift them up. Spirits boost self-esteem and make a person feel seen and valued. From a Stoic point of view, these acts show kindness and empathy, which are important traits that make relationships stronger. Stoicism doesn't say that emotional expressions aren't important. Instead, it gives us a way to understand and use them in healthy, positive ways in the busy world we live in, where big actions and statements tend to get all the attention. Stoicism reminds us that the foundation for a strong and meaningful relationship is the small, consistent acts of love. Why are these actions so important in every relationship? With all of our daily tasks and obligations, it's easy to forget how important it is to show affection and appreciation. To build a strong, long-lasting relationship, two people must respect and value each other's worth. So the next time you're with your partner, remember that a simple kiss, a gentle hug, or a supportive word is more than just a normal action. These are powerful acts of love that show deep care and commitment. They reinforce the idea that in the big tapestry of a relationship, it's often the small threads of shared moments and quiet support that make the strongest connections. Number 9. Starting to do things. For many women, it's very important that their partners plan dates and other special times. It's more than just making the calendar. It's a sign of initiative and thoughtfulness, which are important qualities to look for in a partner from a Stoic point of view. Acting in this way shows the virtues of responsibility and foresight, which strengthen and make our personal relationships better. Imagine how meaningful it is when someone remembers your anniversary and plans a day full of your favorite activities or surprises you with tickets to a concert by an artist you both love. These actions show that they're truly interested in your happiness and the happiness of your relationship. For example, planning a weekend getaway doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a quiet retreat to a nearby beach or a scenic hike. What matters is the effort put into making these moments happen. This proactive method says a lot and fits well with Stoic ideas of doing good things on purpose and living a good life. So why not take the lead to make more of these experiences meaningful? Whether it's going to a new restaurant, planning a themed movie night, or just sitting outside and stargazing, these planned moments can really improve the connection between partners. They show care, commitment, and a desire to make every shared moment special. Special by taking the lead, you not only keep the relationship interesting, but you also show that you value your partner's happiness and satisfaction as much as your own. This doesn't mean that one person should always be the planner. Instead, it means that both people should take turns being proactive. It's a beautiful way to show love and respect, echoing the Stoic belief that action is important and that our choices have an effect on our lives and the lives of those we care about. So the next time you think about your relationship, think about when you plan something special. You might want to make it a more regular way to show your love and commitment. It's these efforts that help grow a loving and thoughtful partnership. Number 10. Taking turns tasks. Let's talk about something that doesn't always come up at the dinner table, but is important for any relationship to work: shared duties. This idea fits perfectly with Stoic principles that stress balance, fairness, and mutual respect. Many women deeply value these qualities in their partners, but may not say so out loud. In a Stoic sense, all parts of life, including relationships, should be approached with practicality and emotional resilience. This means dealing with not only the highs and lows of life together, but also the boring, everyday tasks that can add up to cause stress or discontent. For example, on a typical weekday, both partners have worked all day and come home tired. This is where the beauty of shared responsibilities can really shine. One partner could start making dinner while the other sets the table, or helps the kids with their homework. After the meal, instead of one person cleaning up alone, both could do it. For example, one could wash the dishes while the other dries and puts them away. On the weekends, when there are usually more chores to do, one could go grocery shopping while the other cleans the bathrooms or vacuums. This way of splitting up the work doesn't have to be set in stone. It can change based on each person's preferences or schedule changes. That both partners actively acknowledge that these tasks are a shared responsibility and not just one person's burden fits with the Stoic philosophy of living in accordance with virtue. By sharing the load, you are practicing fairness and justice, which are highly valued in Stoicism. This practice also helps to cultivate a sense of support, which reinforces that life's responsibilities are a mutual undertaking and not just one person's responsibility for many women and their partners as well. These actions speak volumes. They show care, understanding, and respect. They show that you are in the relationship with a full commitment to not only share your lives, but also the responsibilities that come with it. I encourage you all to think about how chores and duties are handled in your relationships. Is there a balance, or does it feel off? Making small changes to how you share tasks can make your relationship happier and show love and respect in the most useful ways. Now that we've started talking, how do you and your partner handle these daily tasks? Share your thoughts, and let's learn from each other as we wrap up our discussion on the complicated and often unspoken desires that many women hope to see fulfilled by their partners. It's important to remember that every woman is different, and making broad assumptions can lead to misunderstandings and broken relationships. Instead, I encourage you to thoughtfully incorporate these varied and nuanced traits into your everyday interactions. By doing so, you'll not only improve your personal relationships, but also gain a deeper understanding of the subtle dynamics that can strengthen bonds. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you're serious about making changes in your relationships, please leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Did these ideas prove useful to you? Are there certain traits you want to focus on? Your feedback is very helpful and helps us make our content better serve you. If you want to see more discussions and insights on similar topics, watch the video that's shown on your screen right now. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date on our newest videos. We post content regularly that covers a wide range of interesting and important topics that are meant to improve your life and relationships. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to learn more about these important aspects of relationships. I look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we'll continue to explore new perspectives and strategies that can help you live a more fulfilling and compassionate life.